Well, hello, you lovely creative people. Matthew here with Gear Sounds, and today we are putting all of the RC-600's amplifiers through a tube amp because I'm trying to prove a point here. I'm trying to tell you that every single one of your loops needs to have 4 effects pedals, and the preamp or the amp and cabinet sim should be on the last one on every patch. So I've set up this preset here to just be only amp and cabs, and let me show you exactly how we get to this. So I'm going to go back. So here we are in the main menu, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit the loop button. I'm going to page to the right. I'm going to click the first knob on the left for input effects. I'm going to click effects D. And this is where you want it so that all the other effects can go into this section last. After everything else has been applied, it's going to go into your amp and cabinet. Okay, so now here we are in the preamp section. So I have the natural clean as the amp. I have the speaker type as original. Now these are going to be sort of like impulse responses, but not really. They're missing the room characteristics. But what they do have is the amp and the speaker, plus microphones and a little bit of reverb that we have on right here too. We have a little bit of that on, not coming out of the real amp, but coming out of the RC-600. We have a little bit of reverb there because you're going to need to use that to properly get these to work. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to demonstrate the fact that you can make anything sound better. So when we turn it off, here's the clean tone. Now with the preamp on. Here's the clean tone again, off, on. So it doesn't just sweeten up the signal like a compressor would. It actually is adding a lot of character to the notes. So let's go ahead and go through each of these individual settings, and I'll show you what I have them set out now so that as we're going through them, you can see what I'm considering kind of a default sound. On the first page, we've got amp type set to natural clean, speaker type set to original, gain is 20. Second page, we've got T-comp, which stands for tube compression, set to 10. Bass, middle, and treble all at noon. Presence, noon. The mic type I've set to CND 451. The mic distance on mic is going to be sounding like closer to the amp. And then off mic is going to be further away. So right now we have it set to on mic. And then mic position, this is the distance from the center of the speaker. So you can have it set for the microphone to be right in the center, pretending like it's right there, or you can slowly move it away from the center of the speaker. Effect level is just going to be the overall volume of the preamp, which is going to allow you to achieve unity gain with something that's too quiet or too high gain or too loud. Now that you know everything that I consider a default, now we can start changing stuff, so let's do it. All right, so let's go through the amps. First amp, JC120. Now there's literally thousands, millions, probably combinations. Who knows? There's, like, I could start adjusting this one amp in every other parameter. We're not going to do that. We're going to explore all of them with the set default parameters that I have here. And so we'll change all the amps with the parameters we have, and then, like for the gain, we'll change the gain on 1 or 2 amps. Natural clean. Full range. This is going to be more for like synthesizers. Yeah, that's pretty flat for a guitar. Combo crunch. You can hear that since we have the gain set at 20, even now it's starting to break up. So that's how you know that this would be much more crunchy, even with just a small amount more gain. That's your hint right there. Stat crunch. High gain stack would probably be living louder, yeah. See, something like that wouldn't allow us to test the other parameters, power drive. So I still would rather extreme lead. Core metal. Now this one needs a lot of gain, but those I don't think sound too good, and I also don't think that's kind of the purpose of these, really. So I'm going to go back, and instead of the JC120, I'm going to set natural clean as our default again. So speaker type can go off, and it sounds like this. Gives it a little more, I don't know, ambience, I guess I could say. 1/8. 1/10. Yeah, it does sound a little fuller as you're going up there. 2/12. Sounds like a little crunchy. Oh, that's definitely bigger. That sounds nice. The 8/12. Let's stick with a 1/12. So for the gain, let's max the gain out. Okay, so like I said in previous episodes, and people have been disagreeing with me, I don't think that cabinet simulators can get the gain right. Like, I'm hearing that ambience, like reverb, speaker type, even that's not right, but it's convincing enough where it's adding something to it. But when it comes to gain, to my ears, a lot of times a pedal with just standard circuits, like even something like a Tumnus Deluxe, something as simple as that, and not that that's simple by any means, even something like that I feel like can get a much better gain tone than any cabinet simulator ever has been able to. So for me, a cabinet simulator is to get and lay down a clean platform to do other things with it. Just because of where I feel the technology is, to my own ears, I don't know, maybe I'm biased because of what I'm using. So I'm keeping the gain at 20. So tube compression was, kind of uninteresting. So I'm going to max it out and take it away. So first, let's start with it off. Max tube compression. Yeah, it's definitely fluffier, and it's subtle, but it's there. No, I guess it's not too subtle. Yeah, I kind of like it in the middle. Otherwise, it sounds kind of like it's doing like a fake twin reverb thing, I guess. Bass, middle, and treble, I mean, I don't know if I really want to mess with that. Okay, so for the presence, let's max that thing out. Zero. Yeah, it's taking it exactly from the frequency ranges like it should. That's good. Okay, so for the mic types, these are pretty impactful. This is a standard SM57, which I really don't like, which is why I don't use one on the channel. I'm using an AKG C214 and a Shure SM7B. Yeah, the SM57 has always sounded too small for me. Like it has a lot of compression in it. It sounds very guitar-like and very like just generic, like how you expect it to sound. Compare that to my default mic that I was using, which was the CND 451. Much more airy, has more treble. Less pronounced in the mid-range, which is more natural to me. It's not doing stuff to the guitar. It's just kind of like letting you hear what the guitar wants to do. That's very nasally to my ears. Okay, so anyways. Dynamic 421. That's a little bright to my ears, but I still like it. CND 87. Flat. Yeah, that's definitely flat. This one, this Dynamic 421 is pretty cool. It's pretty bright, but I like it. Maybe for a solo tone. So we're going to stick with that one. So on mic, sounds like this. Off mic. Yeah, off mic sounds like it's sitting further away from the amp. Be cool if you could have a blend between the two, right? Like a kind of a 50-50 thing. I like the on mic better. Mic position 10 centimeters away from the center. Ooh, that's really dark and muffled. No wonder I had it set to center. So you're really kind of just rolling off high end there. And that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed this experimental style. And let me know if you like this video style, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.
Hey guys, it's Bob. I just want you to know, do not subscribe to this guy. Do not watch his videos. Definitely do not click on another video, because he doesn't use a tube screamer. He leaves me underneath the bed, guys. I'm under a bed. Before this video, I was in a bed, and he just took me out to take pictures of me just to humiliate me. Don't subscribe.